Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner for a Week. In these videos, I try to show you how we combine healthy, inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we get from the food bank to hopefully make well-balanced, healthy dinners. For the most part, we eat low carb as a family. I have blood sugar issues, and so for me, eating low carb is the healthiest option for me. And because I am the sole cook of the house, it just makes more sense for me to make one meal rather than multiple meals. Sometimes you'll see some variations on that, on some of the things that I do, on like pasta for my family and zoodles for me, mashed potatoes for my family and mashed cauliflower for me, those kind of things. But for the most part, I just make one meal and everybody eats it. Because of my blood sugar issues and a huge history on my side of the family of blood sugar issues, it just makes more sense that our family eats a low carb diet anyway, because obviously we have genetic predisposition to diabetes. So dinner tonight is big salads. This is a family favorite. Anytime that I say, hey, the kids will say, what's for dinner? I'll say big salads. They all are like, yay. So this is a great way to get your kids to eat some different things, because you can pull out anything that you have in your cabinets that works as a salad topper and let them pick and choose whatever they want. So tonight we have romaine lettuce from Aldi. There's some leftover chicken where I just cooked down a whole chicken that was from the food bank. And I just put that in a big pot and boiled it until it was done. There's some crispy jalapenos, like dried jalapenos, and normally I have French fried onions, but I'm out. So instead, for anybody that wants something crunchy on their salad, I'm gonna do some crackers, and these are almond flour crackers from the food bank. There's bacon bits, avocado. These are dried cranberries, and these were if you watch my videos, my past videos, these were the little packs of ones that we got from the food bank, and I just dumped a bunch of them into this jar so that they would keep a little bit better and be easier to get out rather than one little pack at a time. There's raisins, hard-boiled eggs, and these are our eggs because our beautiful chickens are laying again. I love it. This is another option for something crunchy. These are keto cheese chips, and it's literally just cheese. So you take sliced cheese, any flavor that you like, you put it on a pan lined with parchment paper, 350 for anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. Really start watching it at like 8 minutes. And you just want them to be fully cooked. Sorry, the glare. Fully cooked, and then you let them cool on that baking sheet, and as they cool, they get crunchy. So these are very crunchy. They work as a nice chip alternative for low carbers. And then we also have some shredded cheddar cheese. For dressings tonight, I have a homemade honey mustard. That is 1 cup of mayo, a half a cup of honey, and a half a cup of mustard. And then a little bit, like a tablespoon or 2 of apple cider vinegar to get it to the thickness that you want it. This works as a dressing or as a like a dip for like chicken nuggets. And then I've got a bottle of ranch and a bottle of blue cheese from Aldi. And then, like I said, from there, pull out this is a really good one to use like for little bits of stuff left in the refrigerator, because I've done roasted vegetables. Black beans, chickpeas are great on it. Quinoa is great on it. You could do nuts, you could do seeds, other dried fruits. Any meat that you have on hand left over, because you can do taco meat, you can do burgers and make it like a Big Mac in a bowl kind of thing. This is kind of one of those endless possibilities. So that is everything for dinner for Monday night, and we'll see you tomorrow night. It is Tuesday night, and tonight we're having a sheet pan meal. This is smoked sausage is the meat. And yeah, things got a little bit done. This pan is all low carb vegetables. So we've got cauliflower, broccoli, onions, and Brussels sprouts. And then this pan is carrots, sweet potatoes, and regular potatoes. And that just made it easier for me to skip on this pan and eat all of that pan. I may end up eating like a couple pieces of sweet potato because I love sweet potato. But obviously for blood sugar reasons, it's not friendly because sweet potato. And these, I just went super simple tonight and just did like got them good and oiled and then sprinkled them with salt, and I'm gonna call it good enough. I thought about doing Parmesan cheese, but we were attempting to fix a broken dryer, which did not get fixed. Probably gonna have to buy a new one. Well, new to us. And I was also cleaning the refrigerator out at the same time. And so it is, it's 7:15 right now. And then I also made a pan of some keto cheesy skillet bread. If the recipe is good, I will link it. That's dinner for Tuesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. Tonight we are having leftovers soup. So last night we had the sausage and roasted veggie sheet pan meal. And I just took, when we were done, I took all of the high carb vegetables and some of the sausage, and I cut the sausage up into like little bite-sized pieces, and I put that in a container. And then I took all the low carb vegetables and some of the sausage and cut it up and put that into another container. And then I made 2 pans of soup. So this one is all of the higher carb vegetables. Okay, so let's walk through this. I got out a 2-cup package of bone broth out of the freezer and thawed that out in the pan. And I poured just a little bit of that into the small pan. And then I also opened up one of the quart jars of chicken and broth that I canned from 2 of the bags of chicken leg quarters from the food pantry, and dumped some of that into each pan. Then I added the vegetables and just some more seasonings, some of that herb blend that I've gotten from the food bank before. And then I just let that simmer. It's been simmering for at least a half an hour, so that all the flavors could really add together and develop. And then to the kids' the higher carb one, I went ahead and added just like a really good heavy handful, probably 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. It was whatever was left in the bag that's empty now. And I just, once that was done and heated through, I turned it off and stirred in the cheese. So yeah, this is a fairly easy one. It's cold and windy tonight. I have been cold for the last 2 days. So soup sounded lovely, and my husband's not home tonight. So that means soup is an option because my husband's not a big soup fan. And then I still have the leftover bread from last night as well. So I will probably just pull that out and put a chunk on each of them's, the side of each of them's bowl. So yeah, an easy soup. Oh, I also added in some leftover green beans from a few days ago that needed eaten. So I just added those into the soup as well. And this will probably be enough for us all tonight for dinner, and then maybe some leftovers for another night, like Sunday, for lunch. So, all right, that's everything for Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thursday night, and we're doing breakfast for dinner. This isn't one I do a whole lot anymore. We used to have this a lot, but now that I eat low carb for breakfast, I eat this for breakfast pretty much every morning, eggs and cheese and some variation of that. So I don't really want to have breakfast for dinner, but occasionally it gets brought out anyway because my kids love breakfast for dinner. So we've got our eggs with shredded cheese on it. This is that bag of, here, let me grab it right quick. This Jimmy Dean's fully cooked turkey sausage crumbles. Excuse me. And this was, we got it from the food pantry. And obviously it's like supposed to be mixed in with eggs or like frittata or something like that. But I did not have dinner planned tonight, so I didn't get like sausage thawed out to make sausage patties, that kind of thing. So I just went with this. It's fine. We'll just eat it on the side because I asked the kids if they wanted it mixed in with the eggs, and they're like, yeah, we want it on the side. And I was like, that's fine. We got these orange rolls from the food pantry today. That video is already up. And I just put these on a plate and threw them in the microwave for a couple of minutes so that they're warmed up and softened. And then for me, I have some mini chocolate chip peanut butter muffins that I made, I don't know, maybe a month ago and have had in the freezer. And so I will pull out just a couple of those and have. We might do some fruit. I don't know. This might be all that we do tonight. And that's completely fine with me. It's got protein. It's got carbs. It's got way too much sugar. So, yeah, that's everything for Thursday night. We'll see you Friday. Friday night means pizza night at our house. Tonight I let the kids make their individual mini pizzas. And so I took the pita pockets that we picked up at the food bank the other day, and then one of the mini naan bread, and let them each pick out whatever toppings that they wanted. And the 4 oldest got to actually make their pizzas. Obviously, the 2-year-old, I wasn't going to let her make hers. And one little tip, if you see here on the side of the pan, I put dots. And so the oldest has 1 dot, the second has 2, the third has 3, and so on. And you can mark your pans with a permanent marker, and then it just scrubs right off when you wash it. And then you can mark whose is whose, so that you can tell who picked what, which all of my kids ended up picking the same toppings, but they still want to get their own. For me, I cooked up a couple of small chicken breasts in the air fryer. These are the garlic and herb ones from Aldi. And I probably won't eat both of those. I'll save the other one for maybe salad tomorrow for lunch. But since I had the air fryer on, I figured I might as well go ahead and cook 2 of them. For vegetable side, I had the ginger, garlic, veggies, and sauce. I just tossed the sauce packet because literally the first ingredient was sugar. So, yeah, not so great. And then I also cut up some extra carrots and some extra broccoli and threw in there to make it a little bit more for us. I just steamed that a little bit and then sauteed it for a little bit with some garlic and butter and salt. And we're going to call that good. And then I've also got, this was like a third of that bag of kale. And on it I did, kale chips. If you've never had them, I suggest you try them. It's a great way to get greens into your kids' diets because, like, I don't like kale. None of my kids like kale for the most part. But all of them will eat the kale chips. So, $3.50. You take your kale, you put on some olive oil, salt, and then from there you can do whatever you want. You can stop there. But this batch I did soy sauce, onion powder, and garlic powder, and kind of made it like an Asian style. And then I have another batch in the oven right now. Let's take a peek. Sorry, I don't have a light in my oven. And on it, I did garlic powder and Parmesan cheese, olive oil, salt. So that'll be a different flavor. And like this bowl was almost full and they've already noshed down on that much just in snacking. So tonight's our dessert night. My kids usually pick, we have a whole jar of candy from various things. They usually pick it. We also have some ice cream in the freezer. I will probably do keto ice cream. But yeah, oh, and they'll have kefir, water kefir, which is a fermented probiotic drink. And then I will probably have some sparkling water. So that's everything for Friday night. We'll see you Saturday. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I always make a big meal, kind of what you would traditionally have on Sundays. So tonight I did some chicken leg quarters from the food bank. Back here I took the broth from the chicken, the broth and the fat from the chicken that was in the bottom of the pan, and I put that on the peas, and I'm cooking the peas in that. So they'll have a nice flavor to them, and then it'll also add that fat to them. You should always, always, always serve fat on your vegetables because it makes the vitamins in the vegetables more soluble to your body. That's something, do a little bit of research on your own into the Weston A. Price Foundation. That's one thing that he talks about, is always putting some kind of fat. And it doesn't have to be like gross fat. You don't have to use lard or bacon grease if you don't want to. You can use olive oil, butter, coconut oil, any of those. Just good, clean, healthy oils. Try to stay away from those highly processed vegetable oils. But any of those, they pair so well with vegetables and helping make them healthy. So, anyway, there's my spiel. The peas I can't have because of the high carb content. I may have a few, just because that's one vegetable that I really like and miss. So I made myself, and then any kid that wants some, I just took a lonely, sad-looking zucchini that was in the refrigerator still, and made some zucchini fries in the air fryer, and I just dredged these in egg and then a mixture of almond flour and Parmesan cheese and a little Italian seasoning. and I had some of the egg and some of the dredge left, and so I cut up just some cauliflower florets as well, just to give that a try and see how that is. They look and smell delicious. And then this is a spaghetti noodle or spaghetti squash bake. So I just baked the spaghetti squash until it was done. I shredded out one half of it in a layer, added in Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and then a little bit of pasta sauce just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I guess we're going for like an Italian theme tonight. And then I did the same thing again with the other half in another layer as well. And then I seasoned the chicken with the same seasonings that I put in the zucchini bake to kind of give it continuity. So that's everything for Saturday. If you're new here, I don't cook on Sundays. I take the day off. So for breakfast, I always pull out leftover pancakes and bread or muffins from earlier in the week. The kids usually eat it with fruit, peanut butter, cheese stick, something along those lines. Then we don't get home until late from church, usually not until 1:30, 2 o'clock. So when we get home, I pull out all of the leftovers from the week and let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. They can have whatever weird combination of food that they please. And then Sunday evening, some of my kids go to youth group. So I pull out a bunch of snacky stuff because we ate lunch so late. I just do a light snacky dinner of dried fruits, nuts, seeds, like meat sticks, some chips, crackers, goat cheese, anything along those lines, anything snacky, pickles, kind of like a charcuterie board, only I just lay it all on the counter and let them pick and choose whatever they want. So that makes for a nice Sunday on not having to cook all day and just really getting to take the day off. I also don't clean. I don't do laundry. I don't do dishes. I enjoy taking the day off and just spending the day with my family. So that is our week of dinners. I will make sure to put any recipe links into the show notes. If you have any questions about any of them or would like a recipe written out for anything that you have seen, let me know. And let me know which meal or which thing you want to try maybe next week, or something that, hey, let's go something opposite. What was your least favorite thing? Something that you don't like. Maybe peas are your least favorite food. Let me know. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and God bless.